Hi everybody, hope you're well. This video today I'm going to be talking about inborn skills. So these are the skills that a foal is born with. This is going to be a rough guide to work out what those skills could be before you actually produce the foal. Or maybe you want to check afterwards once the foal's born. So this formula that I'm using in this video is only useful for foals that have been born from 100 BLUP parents. So the sire had to be 100 BLUP and the mare had to be 100 BLUP. So, inborn skills is dependent on the genetic potential of the sire, so the genetic potential of the father, and the genetic potential of the dam, so the genetic potential of the mother. And then you times that by 10%, and then there's the variation, but we'll get to that. So, let's say our foal, let's say the sire was 500 in genetic potential. And we add that to a dam who was 350 in genetic potential, okay? So then what we go on from there is, so 500 plus 350, we get 850. So then what we want to do is we want to times that by 10, so we'll multiply that per 10%. Now make sure you multiply it by 10%, not just 10. So multiply by 10%, and we get 85. So there is 85 skills, okay? So that would be the average. So the average would be 85 skills, roughly, okay? And then what we want to talk about is the variation. So you could breed 10 foals and you might get some low ones, you might get some high ones, you might get some average skilled ones from depending on this variation. So it's random. It's a randomizing factor. So it means that you don't always get foals that are exactly the same inborn skills. This is why whenever groups sell skiller foals, some foals will be more pricey than others because they'll be better in inborn skills. So, if we take in the variation factor, and I can't spell today, we would take the 85 that we have, so, and then what we would do is we would times it, whoops, hold on, we'll clear that, take the 85 and we'll multiply that by 4%. Make sure you click 4%, not times by 4. So we get, whenever we do 85 and we multiply it by 4%, we get 3.4. So 3.4 skills variance, okay? No, I really can't spell today. There we go. So what that means is, whenever it's a variation of plus or minus 4%, okay? That's the most. It doesn't mean that you either get plus 4 or minus 4 or average. What it means is this is either the highest or the lowest it goes. So the highest rough estimation that we could have would be the 85 plus 3.4. So we would have, clear this again. So the 3.4 plus 85. So 88.4 would be our highest approx inborn skills. There we go. Okay. So that would be our highest. Now, then what we would do would be our lowest. So this would be 83 minus 3.4. So what we will do is clear this again, 85 minus 3.4. And this time we get 81.6. So what we've worked out is that our lowest, roughly, okay, will be 81.6. Our average will be 84, or 85, sorry. And our highest approximate is going to be 88.4. So what you can work out from that formula then is that is the inborn skills of the foals that you would produce. Now, what you might then say is, well, what happens if I add tears whenever I do this? Well, then what you want to do is it's going to be 50% better because you're getting 50% more. So what you can do then is with the 85, you would then go times 1.5. And then what you get is 127.5. Okay? So these ones were without tears. And then we do with tears. So our average would be 127.5. And then with 81.6, we times that by 1.5, we get 122.4. And then what we would do to check what the highest possible could be with tears is do 88.4 times 1.5. So then we get 132.6. So if you're breeding skillers, that's what you'd want to do. You'd want to make sure that you multiplied it by whatever you got here. You'd want to multiply that by 1.5. And if you're just doing it without tears, then you do that. So one of the things that you can sort of gain from having a look at this is you can see that the genetic potential of the sire and the dam is important. So we could do this formula again, but we could do it with a higher GP. So we'll try that now. Okay, so let's say we had so we'll just move that out of the way for a moment. So let's say we had a sire with 2000 GP and we had a dam with with a bit more than that. Okay, so and then what we would do is add those together again. So this time we would get 4,000, and then what we would do, well, 4,500, we times that by 10%. I'll just take away that bracket. There we go. Okay, so 400 times 10%, so 450 skills as an average without tears. Now if we want to do it with tears, so with tears we want to do times 10 and then times 1.5 because it's adding on 50%. So we'll do that now. So clear this, we'll do 450 times 1.5, we get 607 with tears average. And of course then, if we wanted to do the variance of that, we would then do times 4%. Whoops, hold on, we'll do that again. 450, or sorry, we're not doing that anymore. 675 times 4%. So 27, we'd have a 27 skill plus or minus. Okay, so this is kind of just a real basic one. It's only going to work for 100 BLUP parents. There are ones that you can use for ones that aren't, but really I think it's more worthwhile for anything that you're doing on 100 for skillers. So I know that can be a wee bit confusing there, but just remember that, and obviously the times 1.5 if you want to do skilled, like tiered skillers. Okay. Anyway guys, I hope this was helpful and I hope you have a lovely day. Bye bye.